Okay. Today I want to talk about Liberty Bankers, but before I get started about Liberty Bankers, I spoke to an agent Friday. Been in the business maybe a year, and what I hear are agents who are complaining how the carriers don't accept their clients or his clients. He's complaining about complaining. Not a bad complaining, but just frustrating. So what everybody has to know, no matter what job you have to learn about underwriting. You got to know about the medications. Just because the client answers no to that question doesn't mean, boom, he's going to get immediate preferred. You got to check the medications out. Number two, clients do not always tell you the truth. So when they don't tell you the truth and you put them with a carrier because you're not digging deep enough and they get declined or they get something other than applied for, now the client wants that price you gave them. They don't want to pay more. So my thought of the day is to take an extra 2 minutes to do some drilling down with your client when they tell you something about their health that you feel they're not kind of telling you everything. Example, have you had a heart attack in the last 2 years? No, I don't think so. Now that would throw up a huge flag to me, because when you ask somebody who hasn't had a heart attack in 2 years, they normally tell you no. So now you ask yourself, did he have a heart attack, or did he have a heart attack 2 years and 2 months? So you need to ask that question there, okay? Same thing with cancer, same thing about a DUI, same thing about being charged with a felony. 2-year look back. When they give you a hesitation before they answer the question, that's a trigger for you to take a small step backwards and sit and say, okay, you said no, yet did you have a heart attack? Did the doctor say something about a heart attack? Did you go in for an angioplasty? Because one thing clients will try to do is if they'll go see Jack Skaggs on Monday, okay, and Jack will write them an application, boom, 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 what's wrong with them, and now they've been declined. They go see old Rob up and they tell Rob, I'm going to tell Rob the entire truth, and they get a graded instead of immediate benefits. So now the client is saying, damn, if I say too much, if I don't say something, so now they become evasive with the hope they're going to get immediate benefits. So just dig deeper. Okay, let's talk about Liberty Bankers. Home Office informed me 2 weeks ago that Americo is no longer in our wheelhouse. They informed me last week Foresters is no longer in our wheelhouse, not an umbrella. We can't offer it anymore. The reason why is Equita as a whole was not doing enough production, and the carriers say, hey, we're going to just let you guys go and mess with your other clients or mess with your other carriers. So now we've got carriers that can fill that void with no problem. To be honest with you, I'd rather them only have 3 carriers for us to mess with, and there's less to worry about, less for us to learn, less underwriting, less everything. Yet, that's not how the big world works. So today I want to talk about using Liberty Banker. You may also use Royal Neighbors, American Amico, and Prosperity. I'm just picking Liberty Bankers today. Now, all carriers have their niches. Liberty Bankers' niche number 1 is that they have ages 18 to 80. 18 to 80 for their immediate and their standard program. And the reason I said that strongly is because other carriers have 50 to 80, 85, 45, 80, 85. And when they have a younger person's application, the application underwriting and questions are a lot tougher. So if you got a client of yours who is 25 years old and for some unforsaken reason he's got COPD, Liberty Banker says, we'll take your client. You put them with Prosperity doesn't have a young one. American Amicable has one, but they're not going to accept your client. Royal Neighbors has one, but they're not going to accept your client. So the most important thing is for you guys today is to look at our carrier placement guide and go down the list on top of what I'm going to tell you today about Liberty Bankers and consider them using them for your point company. Now, 18 to 80, preferred and immediate. They're diabetic friendly. Diagnosed with diabetes prior to age 9, you can't submit it. If they were diagnosed with insulin after the age of 25, no problem, they're going to get immediate benefits. If they're diagnosed after 9, in between the age of 25, they're going to get their immediate standard rate. To me, that's very friendly. You got a client that has a mild case of being bipolar, anxiety, depression, they have no problem with that. They have a grandchild rider that you can add $1.20 per month, $1.20 per month, and each one of them will get $7,500 worth of whole life insurance. And it's convertible when they're 25. You have a client that's got COPD, emphysema, standard, immediate. Standard means, preferred means you're going to get immediate coverage as soon as the policy goes into effect. When you hear the word graded, modified, return to premium, guaranteed, it's either 2 or 3 year waiting period. They have a very lenient height weight chart. They do Social Security billing, first and third, second, third, fourth Wednesday of the month. They have an e-app and also a point of sale 3-way phone call you can do your client if you don't have good internet connection, and get instant approval. Almost every carrier we have now has an e-app or a point of sale, so you know before you go. Has the client been approved or are they going to be declined? Some agents like to submit the old-fashioned paper app because they don't want to do it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Everybody has their own style. Me personally, just the way things are, when I leave the house, I want to kind of put a button on it, seal it, give it a kiss, put a little oil and vinegar on it, and it's done. Because you know that if you get a denial or something other than applied for, you can take a step back and say, let me kind of ask you some more questions to get them with one of our other carriers. 2-year look backs on these items here. 2 years they look back on. A DUI, a felony, any type of heart procedures, pacemaker, stent, or if you've had cancer, they only go back 2 years to give you immediate benefits. Somebody has Crohn's disease, immediate benefits. Cerebral palsy, immediate benefits. The list goes on, I don't want to bore you. Now, they also have a $30 per application that you can earn, but you got to be one of their elite agents. Got to be working with them. I think the magic number is 4 months. You keep your persistency up, you keep your placements in place, they're going to start giving you $30. So if you write 10 apps a week, 10 apps a month, 20 apps a month, figure if you write 5 apps a week for them, that's 5, 10, that's 20. It's a little slow today. 20 apps times $30, an additional $600 that you can use towards your car payment, gas, or leads, whatever you want to do it with. Now, we've got a lot of carriers. Whenever you reach a crossroad that a carrier that you like riding is no longer available, you can't sit and complain about it or pout about it. You got to put on your big boy pants and you got to find a different carrier. So pick the carrier that you want to use. Pick the carrier that you want to lead with. Talking about Liberty Bankers today, age 18 to 80. Now we've got some that go to age 85. So this is why you need to have all the little cheat sheets that Jay and Heather have put together that is in the back office for you guys to look at, review, carry with you, print them out, to go through this stuff Because when you're in the home with a client, not that you don't want to call the carrier and you don't want to call me, you want to come across as you are a wealth of knowledge. Clients want to deal with a person that is a professional. Clients want somebody who is confident in the way they're speaking. That's why practicing what you say is so important. An agent called me probably about 2 weeks ago. I meant to tell you before, but I forgot. And I pound hard on recording yourself. Get your phone, hit record, set it down, listen to how you sound. He called me and he said, Joe, I'm embarrassed to tell you. He said, I sounded like, the words he used, his poetic language wasn't too nice. He said, I sounded terrible. He said, I thought I sounded like I was dead on, spot on. I thought I was, Mr. Salesman. Yet when I listened to what I was saying, how my delivery was, lack of voice inflection, lack of hitting a hard word good enough, giving more examples, listening instead of interrupting. He says, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change. Just like anything, guys, you get yourself in a rut. You start doing something and it's the same way over and over and over again. So when somebody suggests or tells you got to change, as men we're macho, we say, no, I'm going to do it my way. My way is the best way. Open your eyes up, record yourself, hear what you are saying. Because here's the thing, you're in the house by yourself with a client. If you had me with you, you had your manager with you, you had another agent with you that you valued that agent's opinion, they'd sit and tell you, you should have said this, you should have said that. Why in the hell did you say that there? If you don't have somebody like that, record yourself, because it's going to make your production go up. So let me recap what I just said about Liberty Bankers. 18 to 80, diabetic friendly. They got no problem with people that are on psychiatric medication, bipolar, depression, anxiety. You got somebody that's a little bit overweight. Their height weight chart is very, very lenient. They got the Social Security billing, which is very good for you on your first application, the first placement, and being drafted every month thereafter. An e-app, if you do their e-app and you're not with the person, you can do it. It'll stop you about 15% into the application, pop up a phone number for you to conference call with the client to get on the phone with one of their screeners so they can verify that is the client, that is the person you're writing up, it's not an imposter. Felonies, DUIs, heart attack, stroke, cancer, stents, pacemakers, all that stuff with the heart, all those different things with cancer, other than topical like basal cell, those will all have a 2-year look back. So, with that said, guys, hit them hard. Pick the carrier that you like using. It's not the end of the world. We come across a little bit of a speed bump. We love you. If you got questions, call us. If you do not have Liberty Bankers, call Jay and we'll set you up. Thank you, guys. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.